Hey guys, how are you? It's Jessica Looks with you guys today. Let me turn this off. I forgot to, otherwise it's just going to be ringing on us the entire Zoom. I forgot to put the volume down or to mute it. But it's Jessica Looks, and we are here with our weekly workshop every Thursday at 6 p.m. has been the most consistent time. If there's a time change, then you guys will see it in the Telegram channel. So make sure that you're in the Telegram channel. I will put the link in the description of the recording. You can also feel free to invite anybody from your team. These are open for the public, whether you're with pharmacy, whether you're in any network marketing company, or where if you don't have a network marketing company, you have like a nail business, baking business, one of those more traditional businesses, you're welcome to hop on or invite people to these trainings people who want to grow on social media, grow their following, grow their sales, grow their clientele. This can help anybody. They're very generic, but very helpful tips that I have been able to learn over the last few years. And I got a lot of learning to do, but I also love to pass on the information that I have learned. That also helps me retain information. So if I learn something, I will come and show it to you guys, teach it to you guys, so it can help me retain the information as well. So anything new that comes in into my learning, I will come and share it with you guys immediately, so I can improve my learning or the retaining of the information as well. Last week, what did we do last week? I actually have the paper here. We did boost engagement, so stay tuned for that. I gave you tips on boosting your engagement. The week before that, I think we did Reels for beginners. Today, we're going to talk a little bit of everything in combination, and then we're going to focus on one thing that I want you guys to really pay attention. And even though the views are not there, you want to do this one thing. So we're going to be talking about being successful on social media. And successful, it's a word that I almost don't like to use because success means something different for everybody. For me, it could be 1,000 followers. That's success to me. For other people, is having 1 million followers. That's success to them. So success is different to everybody. So please do not compare yourself to any of the people on social media or any of your teammates or any of the people or your sponsor or anybody that you see. Do not compare yourself, because success means something different for everybody. But I want to help you guys reach your success, whatever success means to you in social media. I honestly think that is the best space for you to grow any type of business, whether you have a restaurant, a nail, a baking, a candle business, a whatever business, or a network marketing business, is the best space. Back in the days, I talk a lot about Eric Worre. Back in the days, it was penny savers and newspapers, word of mouth type of advertisement, and it was way harder. Now how many people used to buy the newspaper back then? Not everybody, right? So let's say you were able to reach 1,000 people per ad. You can reach way more people on social media. Like if you have multiple platforms, pay attention to the views that you have on TikTok, the views that you have on Instagram, the views you have on Facebook. Just one day, like put how many views you had in a video and accumulate all that and make count of how many people you can reach in one day. Now imagine if you go viral. It's happened to me already, and it's happened to some of you guys on here. One of my reels went to 1.7 million views. I'm like, what the heck? So I had 1.7 million eyeballs on me That probably can't happen for somebody like me unless I'm a celebrity and, outside social media, right? So I really think that social media, it's the new way to, or not the new, but the best way to market any type of business, and the smartest, especially after, all of us going through a pandemic and being on a shutdown. It was a worldwide shutdown in 2020. And I saw a lot of people working on social media, people selling the regulars. I even saw people selling toilet paper and soap and all that stuff on social media, going live and selling Dawn soap and Tide and whatever they were able to get their hands on, they were selling. And that was their source of income. Social media became really powerful. I mean, it was already a powerful tool, but it became 10 times more powerful. So I want to help you guys remind you of some things that you should be doing on social media. Now, you want to be all over. I think there's a couple platforms that I haven't put myself into, and that's LinkedIn and Twitter. And I'm really considering Twitter because I feel like it's the easiest way to post without like really being super intentional. You could just put a quote or a personal daily thought out there. But LinkedIn, I haven't figured it out, but I have Snapchat, I have TikTok. If there was MySpace, I would have MySpace. I have Facebook, Instagram. I have those 5 platforms. So I would say be on all of it, but focus on 2. So you might be like, okay, you're asking me to be everywhere, but you want me to focus on 2. Yes, be really intentional on 2 platforms, but repurpose your content, your content everywhere. You want to repurpose your content. That doesn't mean that you have to be making content for TikTok, content for Snapchat, content for this and that. No, like if you record a little video on Snapchat, download it and use it as, something else for your stories or for your reel or whatever. Repurpose it, but choose 2 platforms that you're really going to be intentional and you're going to be original. So in those 2 platforms, I do want you to be like a little bit different than the other ones. Not so much repurposing, but creating original content. And if you cannot do 2, focus on 1. Just do 1. 1 is more than enough. For me, it has been Facebook for the past, since 2017. It was all Facebook, only Facebook. And recently I started working Instagram, and recently it's like 60 days ago, because before that I've had an account since 2017, but I wasn't really posting. I wasn't really doing much with it. So recently I started using Instagram, but I've always done Facebook, and I've been able to be successful with Facebook. So pick 1. If 2 is too much, choose 1. And one of the things that you want to do is, we talked about this, you want to do reels. You want to do at least 1 reel a day and repurpose it on your other social medias as well. So if you're going to pick 2 platforms, myself right now is Instagram and TikTok. I'm paying more attention to those accounts just because I've been working on Facebook for so long. I really want to be more intentional with TikTok and Instagram to grow those spaces. So I'm choosing 2. And what I want to do with those 2 social medias is repurpose some content, but also be have exclusive content only for TikTok and have exclusive content only for IG. So that way people that are following me on TikTok and Instagram get to see original content as well. So if you can handle that, I suggest you do that. If you cannot handle that, focus on 1 and make sure that you do daily reels, at least 1. So write that down. Stories every day. Keep your stories active every day. Why do you want to keep your stories active? The moment that there's a little circle around, like that ring, that ring around your profile picture, it's going to boost to the beginning of whoever's following you. So if you're staying active on there, your followers are going to see you in the top, the top rank. You guys know what I'm talking about, because when you go to Facebook, you'll see the little line there and who's on there. So you want to be on that little space on Instagram or Facebook for sure. When it comes to TikTok, you want to be in the For You page. You want to be in your following space. So whoever's following you, you want to make sure that you're in their faces, right? So make sure that you do a short video every day. Make sure that you do your stories every day. And then make sure you do your daily post. So video right now is very, very high in demand. But there's still a lot of people out there that are readers rather than watchers. I myself, if you post a really long post, I'm probably gonna kind of skip through it, read the first paragraph and then the bottom one, so I can like get the idea of what you're talking about. But I'm not gonna read the whole thing unless it's like some really good juicy like gossip or something like that. I'm like, ooh, oh, let me see what this person's doing. I'm not gonna be reading the whole thing. So make sure that you're also doing written content, because there's people that consume that type of content as well. So you have to provide different type of content for different type of people. I'm not a reader, but I'll watch your videos all day. Now there's the opposite people that they don't want to watch videos, they want to read. So you want to make sure that you're also posting readable content. And then the last one, and it's the one that we're going to focus on today, and a lot of people forget that, it's lives. You want to do lives. So wherever, except for Snapchat. I honestly, Snapchat, I wouldn't choose it as a platform to grow your social media, but I use it more like a platform to like build closer relationships. I have friends there that I add to my contacts. So those are like closer friends. We grow the relationship, but I don't really do business there. But TikTok, you want to go live on there. You want to go live on Facebook. You want to go live on Instagram. Anywhere where you can go live, go live. And the reason for that being is you're posting all these reels, you're posting all these stories, you're posting all these written posts. And you also want to put yourself in front of the camera and have people watch you live. And even though like this is crazy, but like Facebook is not really, Facebook is not really favoring like live views right now. You'll go live and you can have 5,000 friends and only have 5 viewers. But what I've been experiencing is that I'll have like 1 to maximum 10 people watching me live, and then I'll get a lot of replays, like people watching the replays. The views are low, but don't get discouraged with that. The reason why you don't want to get discouraged, or really pay attention to how many views that you're getting, is that people are still watching, and they're like, if you're posting about your business, they're getting to know you, and you're getting to win their trust so they can become your customer or be part of your team. The way to do it is like, oh, she's a real person. She's not a scammer, or she's not gonna like, rob me, or you're gonna gain people's trust. That's one of the main reasons why you want to go live, to build the relationship a little bit further. And let's say that you've been talking to a customer or a follower that made probably a comment on your reel, and she pops up in your live, and then she's like, oh, what was that mascara, or what was that product, or I had some questions about your services. And then you get to talk to that person right there in the live. So it bonds It makes the relationship bond a little bit better. But the other reason why you also want to do this is a great follow-up system. So you've been talking to people, you've been putting content. Some people have been asking for your products or your services. And I mean, a lot of us are moms and a lot of us are very busy and have busy lives and don't have time. I keep a list. I have the notebook in the living room, but I keep a list of people that I talk to on a daily basis. And when I have my follow-up day, I can't even go through the whole list to follow up with everybody. But guess what? I can go live and talk about my product or service, or I can go live just cooking, or I can go live doing my makeup. I can go live doing anything, or just talking about self-care, or talking about personal development, or talking about whatever journey that you're in, you know, putting your face out there in a live video. It's like, oh, I wanted to get that product or service from her. And you're reminding people of you. So lives is a great way to follow up with people, especially if you're really bad at following up with people. You want to go live as much as possible to be on people's faces. You want to do all of this, but lives is a great way to follow up. For example, let's say your company is having a sale, or you are posting, you're creating your own sale. Let's say you have a baking shop, and you're having like 10 cupcakes for, I don't know, $30, or 10 cupcakes for $15. I don't know how much cupcakes are if you make them. I don't know. I'm making stuff up. But let's say you have a sale, buy 12 cupcakes and get 6 strawberries for free. I don't know, covers chocolate strawberries for free, or 3, whatever, right? You make your own sale. And you've been posting your sale all week. And then on Friday, you've been talking to people, oh, so how much are the cupcakes, or how much is this, or how much is that? And then on Friday, you're so busy baking and you don't have time to follow up with people. But if you go live making the cupcakes, is going to remind people, oh, wait, I wanted to order cupcakes from her. Let me message her. So you get what I'm trying to say? So it's a great way to follow up with customers. You didn't have time to sit down and follow up, but because you're in people's faces, it's like, oh shoot. So the next thing you know, you have orders in your back office, or you have orders in your DMs, or you have questions in your DMs because people remembered that they wanted to get something from you. So it's really important that you do lives. Again, don't even look at the views. The other day I had like 2 people watching me. And at the end of the night, it was because sometimes I go live in the morning after my walk, and most people are either still driving or making their coffee, or probably still sleeping because it's 8:30 in the morning in California. And I have very low views, but at the end of the day, I had almost 200 views. And I'm like, what? There was nobody watching me live, but there was 200 people that watched the replay. So don't pay attention to that. Just put yourself out there. Put yourself out there with the live video as much as you can. I would like to say daily, but if you can do daily, do 1 to 3 times a week minimum on anything that you do in your business. You want to do that. And then another thing that I wanted to share with you guys, with all these things that you're doing, you're creating reels, you're creating stories, you're creating posts, you're creating lives. You want to make sure that you're being yourself. You want to make sure that you're also offering value. Value is huge. It's something that for a long time, I was like, what the heck does value mean? What kind of value can I offer? And it's really important that you offer value. That's how you're going to have people keep consuming your content, sharing your content, and interacting with your content. So for example, let's go back to baking. If you're a baker you don't want to give out your recipe, right? Because then you're going to give out your money maker, right? But you want to be like how to create the perfect cupcake. Make sure that you add enough, I don't know if it's heavy whipping cream or butter to make a moist batter. Or you want to offer tips on how to have a creamy whipped cream. Or you want to add tips on, I don't know, be creative with your business and make sure that you can offer value. Or what's another example? Like if you're referring to makeup, you can do something as simple as, before putting on your foundation, make sure your skin is clean. A lot of people like myself, before I even started really getting into makeup, did not know I had to even wash my face before putting foundation on. So I would just put foundation on, and then next thing you know, it was either coming off or it was getting cakey or flaky. And the reason for that is because my face was dirty in the beginning, and then I didn't prime it. So you'll be surprised how like, oh, this is stuff that people already know. No, I didn't know that 2 years ago. I didn't know that I had to wipe my face, wash it with a little bit of face wash, and then put a little bit of tonic or toner to remove impurities before putting on makeup. I had no clue. So you want to make sure that you're offering value. Okay, so make sure that whatever that means for you, for your business, offer value in your reels, offer value in your stories, offer value in your posts, offer value in your lives. Whatever you're going to choose to offer, like whatever of these things that you're going to choose, whether you're going to offer, like today I'm going to offer value live. I'm going to go live, and I'm going to make the cupcakes live, and then I'm going to give a couple of tips on live video. Or you can make a reel and record some of your baking, and then put in writing and captions a couple tips. Or in the stories, you could just post a picture of the cupcakes and put a couple tips on there. Offer value. Value is king. And that's how you're going to have people like, oh, like this is great, right? And then the other thing, which please don't get discouraged if you have not discovered this part yet, is make sure that you're showing your brand. And your brand is, a lot of people think that your brand is your company, but your brand is not your company. Your brand is you, who you are. The brand is whatever you, and if you don't know who you are, like at least be the person that you're known for that product. I'll explain myself. Let's say I have no clue who I am. I'm lost. I don't know what my personal brand is. At least the bare minimum what you want to do. And I'm saying this because we talked about branding already in another Zoom, but there was a time in my life where my sponsor asked, who is Jessica? And I said, I'm a mom and a wife. She's like, no, we're trying to figure out your brand. Your brand is not you're a mom, you're a wife. Your brand is, who is Jessica? What is Jessica like? What is Jessica about? What, and I was like, I cook and I clean. I don't know. It's just like, okay, take some time and figure it out. So if you're in that part of branding, do not worry about it. As you keep working on yourself, you'll figure it out. But what you want to do for now is, for example, if you're selling skincare or makeup, be known for the person that is giving out value on skincare or value on makeup. Okay, so for example, So for example, let's do skincare. You're gonna be the skincare girl, not the pharmacy products girl, the skincare girl. Am I explaining myself? So you're going to make a little bit of research how to like properly clean your face. Okay, so Google says or Pinterest says that you should wash your face first and then tone it and then add serum and then moisturize. So you're gonna be known for being the skincare girl, or you're gonna be known for that service that you offer, girl, or you're gonna be known for not the company's name, but pick something in that company's product that you want to be known about. If it's makeup, you want to be known for makeup. It doesn't matter that you're not a makeup artist, but if you love makeup, you want to learn makeup, hey, let's do makeup for beginners. I'm learning how to do makeup, come learn with me. And then be known for that makeup girl. Am I making sense? Because I don't want to confuse anybody. Hopefully I'm making sense. I see some thumbs up. So if you don't know what your personal brand is, then be known for something, be known for something within the company. But your brand is not e.l.f. No, this container belongs to e.l.f. But if I want to sell this e.l.f. palette, I'm gonna have to become the product of the product and show how to use it. And I'm gonna be the contour girl, not the e.l.f. girl. Okay? So I'm gonna be known for the contour girl, or I'm gonna be known for using the products and how to like this week we're gonna learn how to use contour. But I'm not gonna be like, oh, this week we're selling e.l.f. contour. No, I'm gonna open it and I'm gonna show you how I learned on YouTube how to use this. And then next week we're gonna buy, let's pretend this is e.l.f. This is e.l.f.'s primer. Next week, we're going to show you how to use e.l.f. primer, and there's whatever, right? But you're selling the brand, but you don't want your brand to be e.l.f. You want to be known for displaying and showing people how to use the products, okay? So you wanna be doing those things. Be yourself, brand, show your brand, and show value in your social medias. Live has been king for many, many years. And even though like people are like, oh, but views are low and they get stuck on that vanity part, there's a reason why people want 1,000 followers on TikTok, because they want to go live. It's still like a main way to show yourself on social media platforms. So it's really important. I really wanted to like emphasize on lives. And again, it's a great way to follow up. And I gave you guys an example of how to follow up with people by being live. It's just a great way. I went away from lives for a while. And once I came back, I've been getting messages or I've been getting comments like, I miss these lives, or I was missing you doing your makeup, or I was missing you, giving the inspirational thoughts of the day or stuff like that. Like I get messages of people telling me, when are you going to go live again? When I go MIA for weeks, I haven't done it lately because I'm in a 90-day run. So I go live if I can't daily, at least they'll see me 3 times a week for sure. So put yourself out there. Don't forget to go live and focus on 1 to 2 platforms. Be on all platforms. Be on all as many as you can, but really be intentional in 2. And when I mean intentional, I also mean build relationships in those 2 platforms, in those 1 to 2 platforms. Build relationships. Really build relationships. How do you build relationships? comment back or go and comment on people's stuff. I'm going to set Jessie Lee as an example again. It just still surprised me. I've been following her for almost a year. It's in a month or two, it's going to be a year that I follow her. And every time I comment on any of her content and any creations that she makes, whether it's a live or a post or a story, a comment on her story, she replies back. So does Fraser Brooks. And guess what? If they sell something, I'm going to want to buy it because they've been building a relationship with me. That's what happened with Fraser. I didn't just say, oh, I'm going to sign up with this coach and learn from him. He built a relationship with me too. And then I bought his coaching inner circle. And if Jessie Lee were to open a coaching inner circle, guess what? I will buy it too. Because she's been building a relationship with me. So that's what you really want to do. And just as an experiment, go find Jessie Lee and comment in one of her posts, and you'll see that in like 24 hours, she'll reply back to you. Just go try it out. She'll show you how to be a good network marketer. Wherever you go, comment, whether you find her on TikTok or Facebook, she'll reply back. Even if she'll reply back with an emoji, but she'll reply back or say thank you or say something, but she'll reply back. So try it out. Try it out as an experiment, just so you can see what you should be doing with all your platforms. Don't just go live or don't just put a post and have people comment and then don't go back. Sometimes we don't have time. Actually, tonight, I have to go back through at least a week of posts to see if I have missed any comments and go reply with everybody. And then also go look for, scroll on your feed for a little bit, time yourself. Big tip, please time yourself. Like if you're going to scroll, that's why we do power hours with my team, because we'll time ourselves to do 7 to 10 minutes of scrolling and liking and comment. Scroll, like, and comment, but time yourself, because if you don't time yourself, next thing you know, it's 2 hours later and you're still scrolling on Facebook or TikTok or wherever you're at. And then you forgot to cook, you forgot to clean because you didn't time yourself. So make sure that you time yourself, because social media can also be really dangerous. But those are the tips that I have for you guys today. Does anybody have any questions? I will open up the mic today. Let me look at the chat. If you can do daily, it is important to choose what days to choose days that you can work and then be consistent. I agree, Brenda. I agree. I totally agree.
I have a comment.
Yes.
When it comes to content, and I know you'll know what I'm referring to when I say this, people post weird stuff all the time. And if you have an intuition moment where you're like, ooh, maybe like this could turn into a story. Example, I had squatters across the street and something told me, put this on TikTok. Like you don't have to put it, like don't put it on like Instagram or Facebook, but put it on TikTok. I kid you not, I got a really good balance of the good and the bad hate, and my following went up. So I'll say like, as long as your intention is to like make someone laugh, entertain, educate in any way like that, do it. Because your intuition is telling you something, and don't ignore it. That's the biggest tip when it comes to content. Is your intuition is your best friend.
That is so true. That is so true. Thank you for reminding me of that. Like that reel that I made on TikTok, I repurposed that content and put it on Facebook. I just thought it was funny, and it was also relatable to me because Esperanza, a friend that I know through network marketing here at pharmacy, and we became really good friends. But her and I have an issue. We're both Mexican, and we're raised by Mexicans, and we speak Spanish. But because we've been in this country for so long and speak English on a daily basis, when we speak Spanish, now we have an accent. So people make fun of us because I was born in Mexico and now I have an accent in Spanish. Like, how does that happen? So it was this video making like a white girl having like learned asking Google how to say something, and then it ended up being like something like a bad word. So I'm like, oh, this is gonna be funny. Well, guess what? It didn't hit on TikTok, but then I put it on Facebook and it went to like 1 point something million views. And I was like, what the hell? And I got what Sarah said. Half of it was hate. They're like, oh, you look like a Mexican. You don't know how to speak Spanish. And then some of them, like a lot of them were laughing. They're like, this is hilarious. And you'll get that balance, but it was a pretty good laugh. And, you got to base it off like your instinct. And then also if it's, sort of relatable to you as well. Sarah had that happen in her neighborhood, so why not throw it in her videos? That was pretty smart.
I will say, bringing that back over to Facebook, it gave me a $400 pay raise in just those 3 days.
Yes, so you never know where it's gonna hit too. So you want to repurpose your content as well. And sometimes you think that. A lot of times you think that, oh, well, I'm boring, I'm boring. I don't know, but that you think that you're boring because it's you looking or judging yourself. But there's other people that don't think you're boring. There's other people that are like, oh my God, like I know Sarah for the dancing girl. When I watch her videos, it makes me want to dance. So I find it interesting. And she probably thinks that she's boring because she's with her kids all the time, or whatever the reason may be. Like, I'm just Sarah, like I'm boring. But other people don't see you like that. They don't see you like that. So remember that, like, there's things that you're like, no, this is boring. Well, it might be boring for you, but people want to see that side of you. And they want, a lot of people, honestly, especially after the pandemic, a lot of people are seeking entertainment. If you really pay attention, we have lost relationships. We have lost, not relationships, we have lost social life. Like, I remember going out with my friends often to the coffee shop to have lunch. Now it's so hard to book an appointment with my friend to go live, to go to a coffee shop. So what do we do now? We connect on social media. And a lot of people are just looking for entertainment because they feel lonely. So if you're a funny girl like Sarah is, or like any of you guys are, put it out there. Put your personality out there. There's always going to be people that vibe with us, right? You're not going to be likable for everybody, but like, not everybody's going to like you, but you're going to find people with your vibe, with your type, your style, the way that you are, your personality. So, all right, ladies, that is all that I have for you guys today. If there's any topics that you would like to learn from social media or network marketing, feel free to message me. Preferably on Facebook. That's the best way to find me, or now Instagram. Now I'm very, like, I reply a lot to Instagram, so you can message me on either or. And I'll take your topic in consideration, and I will train on it, and I'll do a workshop on it. So I'll see you guys. Have a lovely evening. I don't see any more questions. So is anybody on a computer? Sarah? No, huh? Let me take some screenshots. Take a picture to put it on social media. Put it on the stories. These are really good stories. Okay, ladies, I'll see you guys. Bye.